Gayle. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks. It's fun to be here. I'm glad you invited me.
I'm so excited that you're a featured artist, and particularly through this crazy time the world happens to be in. So we're all like trying to do something a little different. So I know that you went to school. You're a retired nurse. You went to school for nursing. Tell me about your art. How did you land into the art?
Well, initially I think I wanted to be an art, or I wanted to major in art, but realized pretty early on that I probably was never going to make a living doing that. So I became a nurse, and that, that's worked really well for me over the years. I always drew or sketched or gardened or quilted or something. So, but then after my kids got older, I started taking art classes a little bit more seriously, and started painting and kind of narrowed it down into oil painting.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I understand you're also a master gardener.
Yes.
So that's your passion, and we have you keep bringing these most glorious bouquets of flowers.
Yeah.
So I assume, do you gather some inspiration from your garden and
I do.
to looking at your
and
wall?
Actually this year, my garden is good this year. It's really good. And I've gotten to appreciate, being there every day, all day. So that's really been nice. Yeah.
So what type of mediums do you like to work with?
I paint in oils.
Okay.
Primarily oils, and I've kind of dabbled around at a couple other things. I've taken watercolor or whatever, and I've kind of given up the idea of changing medium because it's expensive. And I like, so sometimes I'll change my style or my subject or what I'm doing, but it's pretty expensive to gear up into something new or try to teach yourself how to do something new. So I'm not doing that.
You've got your own little style, and then you get a little assistance and stuff into that.
Fun, but also it can be really frustrating, waking up in the middle of the night or, walking by a painting and looking at it over and over and thinking, okay, it doesn't work, what's going to happen, and then finally just deciding, I'm done agonizing. You're out of here.
Yeah. So what was the point that you said to yourself, aha, I am an artist, this is a passion, this is where I want to go?
Well, I guess one of the things, in order that I would answer the question, yeah, I feel like I'm an artist, is when somebody wants to buy something of yours or wants it, and it's not one of your relatives or your neighbor.
Right.
My sister-in-law has tons of my paintings, but when somebody who doesn't know you wants one,
right,
or they want you to they look at it and they say, well, will you paint my yard? Yeah. I like how you painted this. Then you think, okay, I guess this is working.
This makes your heart swell.
Right, it's working for somebody other than me. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of selling artwork, and having that just resonate as an artist, years ago, I cannot remember how many years ago, I acquired one of your pieces from the Sequoia Gallery. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Sequoia Gallery, it's located in downtown Hillsborough. It's a beautiful art gallery. And here it is. I treasure it.
Well, I know it's been a long time.
I look at it all the time, and I
well, you did a good job framing it.
Well,
too.
Thank you. That's where my heart lies, in the framing part. But yeah, I thought you might have fun seeing this.
Yes,
it's been
I did.
A lot of years. So, would you mind showing us a few pieces and talking to us a little bit about your art?
Yeah. So last year we went on a trip to Ireland, and people often say, oh, do you take your paints and sketchbook and everything with you? I've tried it. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. I just get distracted. I don't know what I want to do, and I just lose focus. So I take pictures. And the little ones were painted this year, because I didn't go anywhere.
Right.
And they followed just like the season. So the poppies were the first ones. I think
we have this glorious garden that you were able to sit
and
have the inspiration.
I pick them up somewhere else. I do all of these. Pretty much the flowers came from my yard. The poppy being the violets. They're not in chronological order up here, but they were in chronological order of when I painted them.
And you have approximately 20 pieces here at A Framer's Touch. And your show starts on Monday, the 1st of September, and it runs through about the 17th of October. And so if anybody out there is looking for an original piece of art, a local artist, you would be very lucky to be able to have a piece of Gayle's art. Well, we want to invite everybody in, and I want the audience, the people to know that your reception is going to be this Wednesday. I believe it's, I apologize, the 2nd of September from 5 to 8 p.m. We are, as we are now, we are creating a socially safe place. We'll have tables and chairs outside. So Gayle can be outside and talk to everybody freely, and then bring groups of people in to talk about the art. We will have bottles of wine for sale. We won't be doing any tasting or food, but if somebody would like to purchase a bottle of wine and have a glass out there with a friend, that's great. So.
And if somebody wants me to come meet them another time, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Perfect.
You know, if somebody wants me to come talk to them, I will.
Yes,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, our temporary COVID hours right now are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So, yeah. I'm
Thanks,
really
Kristen.
excited.
It's been-
Thank you, Gayle,
Yeah.
and I appreciate you sharing a little bit about yourself to us.
Yeah, it's been fun.